Love and Pride to the outside gate. Love and Pride coming up. Love and Pride's in. Gates closed. They're all set. And away they go to a perfect start. My Miss Aurelia, class included on the inside, but they're all lining up for the lead here. Royal Delta's right there. Include Me Out is hooked 4 wide. Love and Pride, no alternative but to go 5 wide. In behind that, we have Awesome Feathers taking a strong hold, keen to go on. Grace Hall is back second last, and Questing is dead last. Questing's dropped far, far back. They run past the 7/8 pole, and now Mike Smith takes Royal Delta to the lead. Royal Delta at a good pace, leads at 3 parts of a length. Love and Pride has dropped into the second spot. My Miss Aurelia has taken a nice hold in third in the goal, just 2 off that leader. Include Me Out's alongside of that. Awesome Feather, Black Cap on the far side, only 3 lengths covers the first 5. Then we come back to Class Included. Behind that comes Grace Hall, who's 6 off them. And let's see now, Questing's been eased. Number 4, Questing, has been eased out of it. Not happy from the opening of the gate, and Questing has been eased. They have a half-mile left to go now, and Royal Delta is still in front. Love and Pride is right there second. Include Me Out on the far side. My Miss Aurelia continues to travel well in the gold. My Miss Aurelia moving up second. Awesome Feather being sent along back in the 5th spot. Behind that, Grace Hall and Class Included. They are coming to the top of the lane, and it's still Mike Smith and Royal Delta the ones to catch. My Miss Aurelia crying out for room at the rail, going to have to hook out. Include Me Out running a huge one in the center. Include Me Out, Royal Delta, My Miss Aurelia, 3 tremendous horses in a thrilling stretch ride. Royal Delta digs deep and starts to inch clear. My Miss Aurelia stretching her, but the more they asked, the more Royal Delta gave. What a tremendous lead. Royal Delta and Mike Smith have won the Breeders' Cup Ladies Classic. A very game, My Miss Aurelia second, and a huge run from Include Me Out in third.
Well, this race lived up to the billing, boys. Royal Delta right from the start goes to the front, in part, Richie, because Questing, things were wrong from the beginning of this race.
Yeah, Questing came out of the gate and looked like she was struggling, almost like she maybe had tied up a bit, and she just didn't have her normal speed. And you know what? That's why Mike Smith's in the Hall of Fame. He allowed her to do what came easy, and what came easy was fast.
Number 16 for Mike Smith, and they got to give it to him, because I don't think anybody, maybe not even Mike, thought that Royal Delta would be on the lead, but when Questing didn't go and his filly broke well, go on with her. Why not? And Royal Delta was, this race was over, it seemed like, going into the backstretch, because she was in front and nobody's catching Royal Delta on the lead.
These fillies tried. You saw My Miss Aurelia dig in and give it her all. She's got her ears pinned back, and she's trying to run down the big mare, but could not cut into this lead late, Richie. These fractions, 22-3, 45-4, 109-4, 135-2 for the mile, it never seemed to catch up to her.
No, and she just kept finding. You could see that's where the efficiency of her stride just kept coming.
Let's take you back to the start and watch Questing. Kieran said she'd be on the lead. Not the case.
No, and you can see that Arad tried to ask her to run, and she just had no response, Jeff.
That's right.
Mike Smith now stands alone as the man with the most wins in this event. But, Mike, you were just telling me that she caught a flyer away from there, which means that she was just about to probably act up and surge forward, and they sprung the latch. Tell me how she broke so fast.
It was beautiful. Johnny, my gate man, did a tremendous job of keeping her quiet, and he stepped her forward right as I was kicking, and I caught a flyer leaving there, which means she broke extremely well. I learned a long time ago, Donna, these horses are great because they're fast. Stay out of their way. And that's pretty much all I did today. She's just brilliant. She really is.
Mike, when you were handicapping this race on paper, was there any scenario in which you thought you would be in front?
I thought I'd be close, Donna. She's never really broken well. So I knew if I just could catch a break, if I want to lead, I'd be close, and stay out of her way. And, God, thank the Lord, man. We caught, like I said, a flyer and a half leaving there.
Mike, how special is it for you to be the winningest Breeders' Cup jockey of all time now?
Just to be tied with the great Jerry Bailey, if not one of the greatest money riders of all time. And then the man alone, these are all originals, none of the others. I'm so proud, I'm so proud. And thank everyone who's given me these great opportunities. And Another great filly, another great mare. Unbelievable.
Well done, Mike. Let's go to Tom Hammond.
Well, as Mike said best there, for as far as Jerry Bailey, Richie, I mean, when Jerry was winning these races, there weren't 15 of them over the course of 2 days. So, still, a great class to be in. These two gentlemen, the best of all time as far as wins in a Breeders' Cup program.
It's hard to win one. I can't even fathom 16, 15. I mean, these guys are great for a reason. They ride great horses. And let's give a lot of credit also to my Miss Aurelia, who ran a tremendous race in defeat.
She lost for the first time, but I don't think she lost. She did as well as she could. She was down on the inside, and it's pretty hard to go by Royal Delta when she's cutting out the fractions. They were fast, though, 45-4, 9-4. It wasn't like Royal Delta got an easy lead and stole the race. She earned it.
Here's another look at it as she turns for home. Aurelia kind of comes to her just there for that second, as does the 7-horse Include Me Out. But then she starts to open up on them. Right here, she spurts on just for that second. And for Include Me Out to hang on for third, I mean, they've got to be very pleased with this effort here this afternoon, Jeff.
All three of those fillies ran terrific. And to win or even place in the Breeders' Cup Ladies Classic, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that for a broodmare prospect.
Absolutely.
Here's a very familiar sight. Mike Smith coming back to the winner's circle here at Santa Anita on a Breeders' Cup afternoon. And here you go, honey, $8.5 million birthday present. We'll go out and win you a ladies' classic. How about it?
She's worth the money.
For Bessie Lou Stables, they've been such a strong supporter over the recent years, especially through the sales rings in buying some great stock. And now you got to throw her into the conversation, at least for now, until we see what happens tomorrow, Jeff, with Horse of the Year. I mean, she could be right in that conversation.
Well, here's the thing. She's only 4 years old. It seems like she's been around forever, right?
Yeah.
But she's only 4, and the idea was that she's going to run next year as a 5-year-old. Love to have her.
In the Classic is what they said,
That's
too.
right.
They would point towards the Classic after pointing towards maybe another try in the Dubai World Cup.
Right. She had a brutal trip in Dubai last year.
Yeah, she should have been a lot closer there.